Hello again, everybody. Let me tell you, this thing is starting to wear me out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating the work or anything. In fact, I quite love it. I do think that it's about high time that I get back into it, and I do think that I've more or less stretched the old muscles, so to speak, as well as I could have. That said, I have been going without a specific rest day for now 10 videos. So yeah, I'm glad that we are getting close to the finish line. That said, let's go ahead and do things properly now. We are currently on video 10 of 15 of the double time schedule. Today, we are doing Lobotomy Corporation according to the vote that my friends have voted on. uh, Other than that, there is no news, though I will say, from here on, we're most likely going to alternate between a normal video, whether that be a new game or a revisit of an older game, and a chill video, which will be going back to a more comfortable staple. After that, when all 15 videos are done, I intend to go on a hiatus, lasting about a week. During that hiatus, I will be working on new assets, and when I return from that hiatus, well, let's just say I hope to have new things to show you. But even if I don't, the video will still be special, even if none of the assets are ready yet. I will, of course, still be developing them. There's no potential situation where I start the video and only some of them are ready. Some of them will be ready, but until they're all done, I won't be showing any. I hope that I've made myself clear. That said, enough dawdling, let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, what are we doing? How are you doing here? Alright, welcome to day 21. We're gonna try and knock out another week, but I somehow doubt we're gonna get that lucky. So we're just going to go ahead and start that normal timer simultaneously, and we'll get things started. 5 employees, unusual. Normally it starts up partially locked up. These 2 slots will normally have locks on them and you couldn't assign them yet. But hey, I suppose we're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, are we good on ego? I haven't hired anyone new yet, so it'd be strange if we weren't. That's it. 1, 2. Random level 3 over here. 4, 5. Random level 2. Alright, now we gotta hire 5 more people. You're in, Cullen. You're in, Gregory. You're in, John. That's a lovely picture for a John. You're in, Paulinus. That is an unusual name. And you're in, Miho. Now let's get y'all equipped. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and skip through that on any future days, so just so we're clear. Mystery cloud, which is faintly transparent. I can't believe I've never noticed that before. I admittedly don't remember them being so twitchy. You are what I'm worried about, because I know you have an instant kill condition, but I don't remember the trigger for it. Let's try instinct. Oh yeah, I forgot how dumb the central layout was. Wow, it does not like instinct. Okay, let's try insight. Only 2 guidelines. Huh. Laverne died of asphyxiation after working with T04-06 multiple times in a row. Now attachment. Corbinian was found dead in T04-06's arms with a broken neck. It is believed that visiting T04-06's containment unit several times in a row is what causes these unfortunate incidents. Please refer to the old letter document for more information. Old letter document? Weird. But alright, I know this thing's deal. Don't send people to work on it multiple times in a row. And we'll start working on weight. Alright, let's see. Not quite enough. Still, it didn't seem bad, so let's send another. Very low, common, but not for higher levels. So attachment is probably the way to go. We're gonna focus on the figuring these guys out before we start training, but of course we will still make sure everyone gets their licks in. Hope y'all like that ASMR. Only managerial guideline. When the work result was bad, the cliff off counter lowered. Nice and neat. Oh, so it's actually only common. Who was the last one to work on this? Samuel. Alright. Head inside Dakota. Instinct and attachment. Unsurprisingly, but repression isn't that low either. If it's mostly safe, I don't mind if it's a bad work. Alright, who are they? Skin Prophecy and Punishing Bird. Should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, almost missed me. Just enough. Happy teddy bear. 30 PE boxes, that ain't so bad. This thing is an HE? Huh. Alright, let's see. Georgia. So let's go with Dakota. I wonder who recorded that. Once I gather up all of their info, then we'll do things more properly. You know, I never really associated this thing with Christmas, and yet I can't help but hear those jingle bells. Alright, who is it this time? 16. Forsaken Murderer. I always called him Sartre. Alright, last one to work with it was Dakota, so now let it be Rogan. Last one to work with it was... Oh wait, they don't care. Alright. Purple Dawn. That ain't so bad. Should I try to be the Dusk Ordeal though? Needless to say, Dusk Ordeals are no joke. Though I don't think any of them should affect the main rooms. I could be wrong though. Did I not send anyone here? No, I did. They must have finished earlier and I didn't notice them. No broken texture there. Alright, let's see. 25, 25. Not bad. And boom. Non-escaping entity. This one does escape though. Let's see. We have 1, 2. Not something we can deal with. Not something we can deal with. 2 entities that can escape. Doesn't look like we'll be able to finish this for a while yet. Well, 2 entities that can escape and that we can deal with. That's an important distinction. Alright. Oh, I remember. No, we'll save reading this story till after the day ends, so you don't have to listen to various ASMR. Alright, that's it. Let's... we can only schedule 5 work, so... Here, it doesn't matter. Should be fine. Probably fine. We'll leave that alone. Let's send everyone out, then we will sort things out from there. Wow, you really failed that hard on a common task? Well, nothing for it. Well, that sucks, but we do know these guys is... Oh my. Do they do that every time? I never realized that. I wonder if any other abnormalities wake up like that. Something to keep an eye on for sure. Anyway, since we now know their deal, we'll just have to slowly level them back up. But that means we can spend today training after all. Keeping it safe. Keeping it real safe. Not safe enough. Okay, fine. Even safer then. But I remember not to send anyone to them. How did you fail so hard? That was a high-level task. Alright, come on. Where'd they go? Yeah, they're done, I guess, so no harm, no foul. Alright. Alright, I've worked with everyone up there. Now, info team's turn. Send them in, and can't work on that. What is that, green? Green dot. Not the worst, not the best. Honestly, that goes for a lot of audio. It's not the worst, not the best. Yep, nearly missed you. Oh, they got excited. Alright, send someone in. Free training for Miho. Or perhaps Gregory. Nah, Miho. Let's see. Oh yeah, we just finished with the info team, so next up... is safety, it seems. If only these weren't equivalent to each other, it would make things a lot easier to deal with. That said, I do believe safety should be able to handle these darker ones, lower ones too, and people down here as well. Let's see. Back to your room. So are they escaping now, or? Yep. Well, no matter. Would you have survived? Probably. Didn't I just... How did you... Like, literally, I just scared you off. Well, whatever. After it... Anyway, so that was these guys, right? I don't know. Yep. Alright, now for the training team. Temperance level under 2. There are people with temperance level under 2. I should still just avoid them. Wait. I should send some people down here, of course. Should be fine. Should be fine. Wait. Yeah. Cancel order for whoever I'm sending on audio to. Instead... Yeah. Didn't I just cancel your order? Oh, I see. Because I had someone selected when I canceled their order, it was instead just reassigning them to whoever was selected next. Alright, London. This shouldn't trigger. And it didn't. Alright, everyone back to their posts. As far as I can tell. Alright. after them. You after them. You after them. And we'll keep control and info safe for now. How are they done? Alright. Weird. What happened to the one for this department? Well, I guess we'll never know. Alright, make sure everyone's in their spaces. Alright. I'm pretty sure you're maxed. At least as maxed as you're gonna get. Alright. Huh. We clear? Yeah, we're clear. 1. 2. What's your deal again? Temperance level 3 or higher. You should be fine, Hannah. Should be, anyway. One, two, three. Gemiano, because why not? What's your rules? She'll be fine. Yep, that's all 6. was that sound? Alright, who's the green? Alright, put it right back. Alright, are we all clear? I think we're all clear. Alright, I think that was the control team, so now info. Wait for them to be done. Safety. Who's the last to work on them? P-04-06. Georgia. What team is Georgia part of? That shouldn't be a problem. Who cares about Punishing Bird? Shoot, I didn't catch the number for how many cells are in Meltdown. Okay, so... should be fine. Should be fine. And 2, that's already taken care of. 1 use won't hurt. And these 2, but we'll handle that in due time. Oh yeah, Punishing Bird. Where are they this time? Oh, over here. Alright, now that we've got everything sorted, we're just gonna focus on these 2 for the rest of the day. Alright. They got all their info sorted, so now we're just gonna focus on them. Okay, let's see. Alright, and we are good for the day. But let's go ahead and put control team through more training. Perfect. Just gotta watch that. And not that it matters. Even if they go off, they need 5 in order to really wreck stuff. Doesn't mean I'll give it to them for free though. Not enough, not enough. Not enough, not enough. Alright, we're done. Nice. Who are the lucky promotions? Samuel, level 4. Rogan, level 4. Georgia, level 5. And Igori, level 2. Geez, that first day took nearly an hour. Yeah, we're definitely not finishing the whole week. If you feel an abdominal pain and a tingling sensation in your neck, the best thing you can do now is look at the great blue sky you'll never get to see again. The color of the human heart is pink, and by wearing the same color, we can blend in with people's minds. Tales say that the moon bewitches man, yet in reality, it is a man that despairs at the moon. I don't remember this one. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, that's right, we get 2. When the time comes, the train will chug down the tracks and sound its mighty horn, and the prayer shall inevitably end with the eternal despair of its worshipper. The tree simply reaped from what it sowed. Sowed. This I remembered. This I have an idea of what it is, but I have no... I remember who this is now. To the new manager, I've heard that you are a very valuable asset to the corporation, contributing greatly to the prosperity of our company. I ask that you please keep up the good work with your capable assistant, Angela. You will not find me in this place at the moment, but I believe we will be able to come face to face soon. Lobotomy Corporation will never forget your devotion and effort. I look forward to meeting with you. Kind regards, a CEO of Lobotomy Corporation. Should I be concerned that the paper looks like it's covered in soot and the file seems to be made of human skin? Probably not. What a funky office chair, though. You've received a document written by A himself. Perhaps you're being recognized now. A is on a rather long journey currently. As all journeys have to end, the final destination will be home, this place. If I were to ever leave this place, traveling is the first thing I would want to do. I'd be able to walk around as much as possible, taking in the scenery as if I were capturing a million photos. The day still lies cold, but we know that the winter frost is almost over. Can you see the flowers budding up through the snow? Hey, manager, I'm Tifereth. Nice to meet you. I'm Tifereth, too. You two share the same name? Of course we are. Isn't it obvious? We're twins. But if your question is whether we are biological twins, then no. In other words, trying to differentiate us is meaningless. I mean, you have short hair, you have long hair. And also your eyes have colors and theirs doesn't. We're in charge of the Central Command team. The Department for Central Command is a huge one, so there are 2 of us to handle everything. Like 2 peas in a pod. Isn't that fortunate? Seeing as you've survived your duties long enough to meet with us, I won't have to bore the both of us with the basics of things like what abnormalities are and how to manage them, right? If you turn out to be a disappointment, know that not even your status as a manager will let you get away with it. I know you'll do fine, manager. Here's a word of advice. I'm nothing like those upper Sephiroth you've gotten used to, so don't treat me like I'm one of them. They're a bunch of idiots. But in technical aspects, we're not so different. What I'm trying to say is, the uppers are only good at pretending to be busy when they don't even have much work to begin with. I can't even believe we're all considered to be Sephiroth. Anyways, the Central Command Department is where the true story starts. I don't care if it disappoints you or gives you encouragement. All I care about is that you have good performance in your work. I hope that you'll find some encouragement here. Hey, Tiferet. Ooh, spooky music when the green man shows up. Hi, Nedzak. Since you're both Tiferet, I guess that counts as you both greeting me. Here's a plan for the joint operation drill between the safety team and the Central Command team tomorrow. Please look it over. Look it over? I bet I'll have to rewrite the entire thing from scratch. Just leave it over there, Nedzak. I'll give it a review and let you know. Tiferet, you're too soft. There's no need to be kind to an addict like that, Zach. You might end up catching upper layer syndrome that way. Speaking of, that plan of yours came 2 days later than I requested. But Nedzak can work fine when he's motivated to, you know that. Results are not the problem here. The point is, Lady Angela's way too easy on us. If I were here, I would have punished this addict right at the first infraction. That'd please Yesod, alright. Why don't you two go and have some serious discussion on implementing a penalty point system? I bet it'll be productive. Oh, just be quiet. Buzz off to that upper layer of yours where you belong. I was about to. See you, Tiferet. Yeah, bye, Nedzak. The upper Sephiroth have it way too easy. Not that the middle Sephiroth are any better in my eyes. I like our middle Sephiroth. They're cheerful and make me laugh. How many times do I have to tell you? You shouldn't laugh so easily. We have to be strict, stern, and stoic. We're the centermost, the Central Command team. Don't worry, Tiferet. I know. By the way, don't we have something to discuss with the manager? Oh, manager, you're still here? Well, I have an assignment for you. Don't even think about slacking off. The manager will do fine, like he always does. And he could fail too, like he always does. Mission: Proving Your Competence 1. Central Command holds abnormalities at specific locations. The abnormalities become unstable over time, and the Cliff-Off meltdown gauge that you see each day displays this. We all have our own limits, so try to finish your job before things go haywire. Pass the day with a Cliff-Off meltdown level of 8 or lower. That shouldn't be hard. So are you going to expand the Central Command Department today? We don't have any new equipment, so no need to bother with the ego list. That said, we do have 2 new stories to read. An abnormality whose brain is imbued with rage, screams, and malicious cries. There is a wound on his forehead that never seems to heal. He hates everyone and everything. He wears a straitjacket, but is as free as any man. No amount of chains and restraints is enough to prevent him from committing violence. He always had to wear a straitjacket. Some say he was a death row inmate from a federal prison. The researchers were always cautious around him. They felt that the straitjacket couldn't contain him. The researchers wanted to study a murderer's brain to prove that innate evil existed. It was difficult to determine who was worse, a man who murdered the innocent with no remorse, or the researchers who wanted to open up his brain to satiate their curiosity. A wide range of medicine and chemicals were injected into him. Some were used for the sake of humanity's future, while others were for new medical techniques. They all had the potential of changing the world. The researchers were getting more and more excited. Although they didn't openly express so, it was almost palpable. They said they found a cure, but they never said what was cured. The prisoner spoke less and less. His aggressiveness was suppressed, but at the same time he lost himself. After an extensive review, he was permitted to have the straitjacket removed. It feels like my head is turning into metal. I sometimes hear metallic creaks in my head. As the days passed by, he began inflicting self-harm. He will continuously hit his head on the wall or hard surfaces. He insisted on checking if his head really was turning into metal. One day, they eventually decided to leave him with the hope that he would stop once he was wounded. However, even with blood pouring down his face, he wouldn't stop until his wound was so deep the whites of his skull were peeking through. He had to wear the straitjacket again, but he was no longer feared or monitored like before. A researcher died. It would have been difficult to identify him without his ID card, as his head was violently crushed. Lax security meant that the door was often unlocked or unattended. The prisoner that everyone believed to be confined was moving around on his knees. My head turning into metal, folds in my brain being flattened. He kept repeating strange words, and the final procedure was quickly put in place. Treatment was halted, and he was dissected so his brain could be used for research. How do I know? I sedated him myself. He kept muttering nonsense until the end. Ends, begins, end. An abnormality that resembles a large raggedy teddy bear. It's missing some fur and only has one eye. The old ribbon around its neck hints that it may have received much affection from its previous owner. There is a name on the ribbon, but it is too tattered to be discernible. It seems that it knows it has been abandoned and looks dejected. Excerpt from counseling log. I was on the night patrol. I didn't feel the need to pay attention to Happy Teddy since it was harmless for the most part. I just looked inside the containment unit to check on it. Teddy was hugging someone tightly. I thought it was Redacted, the employee who was in charge of Teddy for a while, working late. But something was odd. I entered the unit and called Redacted's name, but they didn't answer. I immediately pressed the emergency button to call in reinforcement. Turns out Redacted had been in a coma for 8 hours. They were in Teddy's arm the whole time. An old letter, stamped with rejected. Is this? Yeah. Remember what was written in the employee manual? Do not have personal feelings towards abnormalities. At first, I didn't get what that was supposed to mean. Does it even make sense to develop an emotion towards those monsters in the first place? It's okay. They are monsters. Between the two of us, we can call them that. Happy Teddy Bear was the second abnormality you took charge of. I guess you must have thought that not all abnormalities are monstrous after seeing it. The figure of an old abandoned teddy bear may have brought up old memories of yours. Teddy seemed to like your hugs. Yeah, I would actually produce more energy when you were around, and in no time they put you in charge of Teddy. You probably felt some kind of responsibility for it, right? I started getting worried as you visited Teddy's unit more and more often. It felt as if you were visiting an orphanage for volunteer work. It seems Teddy saw you as its new owner. Maybe you'd have been happy to hear that. But you see, Teddy never wanted to be separate from its owner ever again. You probably always promised that you'd returned, but I couldn't understand. I heard that you miraculously survived, and that they spent an hour trying to separate you from Teddy's embrace. Though others may forget about you, I will always remember you. May there be a miracle. Interesting. No new employees to hire, no new ego to equip, so let's get right into it. This should be doable. I'm not comfortable dealing with that one. Maybe, though. Oh, wait. There is one thing I forgot to check. There were promotions, after all. Some employees will have to be shuffled. Alright, Central Command Team 1 is obviously good. But yeah, we'll need to shuffle these guys around. Hannah, you will go into the training team. The info team is fine, but I prefer the higher levels to be at the front. Alright, all good. La Luna, huh? And Flesh Idol. Perform. Let's try repression. Ah, wait. Pause. Let's not rush things. We're gonna treat this as a normal day. Still looks like 10. What the? Alright, that's control team done. Now for information. Should be fine. And you as well. Nobody. I know I used to go for the hardest attributes to raise first, but I think from now on my strategy should just be to focus on getting health and sanity up to level 2, and then we can focus on distributing stats more evenly. That must be a WoW or something. HE at the lowest. Oh, now's my time to work on her, it seems. And them. Alright, repression, Georgia. Don't mess this up, Georgia. Huh. Oh shoot, Georgia's gonna go insane. Black, black, red, red, white. Okay, everyone with a white weapon, I want you after Georgia. So that's Brooke. That's London. Brooke and London. And just in case. That's Rima. Brown and Ria. I feel like that's all I can risk. No, never mind. Okay. She's a wonder. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so profession is apparently not a favorite. That could have gone worse. That wasn't good, but it could have gone worse. What now? What now? Now is safety. Alright, she'll be fine. Snap out of it, Delta 23. Alright, that was safety, so now it's training's turn. No. Its only deal is temperance, right? Yeah. Should be fine. What damage do these paws deal anyway? Red. This is red too, ain't it? Yep. White weapons are rare. Still gotta send more, so... And... Punishing Bird. This might be a mistake, manifesting a dawn ordeal with people in the halls, but they're a training team. They're not the strongest, but they aren't the weakest. They should be able to get back safely, or at least safe enough. I'll have to remember to turn that down. I shouldn't have to watch CT1, but I will have to watch everywhere else. Fine so far. Fine so far, but none of them are engaged yet. Nobody in the training team engaged. I just want y'all back safe for now. They're fine, what about them? Fine so far. Alright, back in. Seems as if they handle themselves alright. Where's the rest of the safety team? Were they never recalled from when Georgia was panicking? Oh dear. Yep. Move them to this hole, move them to that hole, to the hall. Actually, no, what am I doing? They should handle this hole. They're gone. Where are they? One, two. Alright, back. Y'all can handle one worm. Alright, everyone back to your rooms. Mika. Which team is Mika on? Okay, so it looks like we did the training team. Alright, now for Central Command. Alright, Jamiano, try not to flub this one. Who worked on Happy Teddy last? Bro. No problem then. I'm ignoring that. For now, focusing on you. Hard to please. That was a high chance, too. Instinct isn't any better either. Huh. Sure, I wish I noticed that before. Oh well. Alright, next up. Are they? I don't see them. There they are. Oops. Oh well. Alright, we got 6 meltdowns. This last one, who worked on them? Rogan. Alright, shouldn't have a problem then. That's one. You should be fine. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And that's 6. And put it right back. We might not be able to avoid that one. But alright, that said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one who worked was Paulinus, which was you. Really? Shouldn't this have been... No, it was me. Oh, okay. Alright, info team, do your thing. We'll play it safe. Wait, I can send someone down here. Bad Theta 28. Alright, let's see. Now we should be safe to do safety. But only 4 members. Nope. Oh, oops, just realized I forgot to touch Flush Idol at all. Ah, well, next time. I don't even know about this one. Hang on, we're not doing anymore. We're leaving it there. If we have to do more, then fine, but we're trying to avoid that. Wow. We very nearly didn't survive that. Dang, it looks like we are in fact gonna have to deal with the green now. Oh well. Keep it close. Immediate retreat. That thing almost melted my team. Alright. Get after this one. Of course, because you couldn't leave well enough alone, Rhea. Win or lose, this will be the last day, and I am just fast forwarding through it. So blame the timer, not me. What a pain in the neck. From Break and Ruin, the most beautiful performance begins. In the name of love and justice, here comes Magical Girl. If a flaw in the system disables the sensors covering the abnormality, we will once again have to sincerely consider how to dispose of the manager. Of all people, I have to pick Magical Girl. Honestly, all three of these are equally deadly. Like, I have yet to see someone come up with a strategy that adequately deals with her. But whatever. And the many shells cried out one word, Manager. No. Let us meet again as stars. Maybe. The only advice that can be given is to remain cautious and aware of your surroundings. Mankind had yearned to build a fertile world for a long time. But what did fertile really mean to them? Is it worthy of all the tales of conflict and pain that took place? Numerous stories began and vanished. And in that process, people started to lose faith. Looking at them, some saw despair, while others saw hope. At a certain moment, a new civilization was born. Countless things changed in the blink of an eye. Along with the emergence of new technologies. All the wings that keep this world aloft hold at least one singularity. That's right, just as the first humans wanted, those technologies had the intention to create a fertile world. People wanted a better world. And that aim for a better world set forth new spectacles a shimmer, a previously unimaginable sight that burst forth to the unprepared mind. Whether or not all that made everyone's life truly fertile is a question we simply won't know the answer to. One thing is certain, it is what enabled me to speak with you now. It seems the employees have become more talkative these days. They seem more motivated than usual. It's rare to see such a lively atmosphere. It's even getting me excited. Lively isn't really the right word. It's more like excited over a trivial thing, all because of a new manager. That's nothing special to us. Be more understanding, Tifereth. This is Lobotomy Corporation. News is rare other than the usual word of someone's death. The employees need something to talk about. Well, if it makes them more efficient at work for even a short time, then yes, I'll be understanding. What I can't get is why they're so noisy about it all. Weren't you excited the first time a new manager came in as well? Well, yes, because it was the very first time. It's still worth the excitement, even if it's not the first time to happen. Do you remember back then when we made a bet over whether the manager could save an employee who was at 95% mental corruption? Of course I remember. I bet that he couldn't, and you placed your bet on them being saved. Yeah, though the employee died, unfortunately. I was so happy with my victory, I insisted on keeping up our bet, even though the result always ended up the same. Right, but then you stopped making the bets at one point. Well, because you always lost. Winning wasn't fun anymore. I never bet without thinking it through, though. I always placed my hope in him, thinking, maybe this time. It's a shame that you never got to win once. Well, maybe if we had infinite time, I guess a day will come when my hopes could come true. What do you think, manager? I could hedge on it happening. I agree with you, manager. Perhaps the bet could have turned out differently if we'd met sooner. Proving your competence, too. To prevent meltdowns from taking place, you must reduce the total amount of work by giving your orders in the most efficient way possible. If not, our facility will be flooded with abnormalities and ordeals. You know, in my annoyance at that day, I didn't actually see how many people got promoted. Well, I guess we'll find out now. Oh, yeah, these things. Physical intervention shield, red shield bullets. A managerial bullet that attaches a force field which absorbs red damage for a limited time will become available for use. This shield has no effect against other forms of attack. Trauma Shield, White Shield Bullets. A managerial bullet that attaches a force field which absorbs white type damage. The bullet temporarily slows down the perception of the receiver, protecting them from exterior mental and spiritual attacks. Erosion Shield, Black Shield Bullets. The black bullet seals the vulnerable openings found in a human, including those of mental or spiritual natures. It prevents the thorns of erosion from infiltrating deep. There is one drawback, however. It cannot prevent damage from within. Actually, I'll need this. It won't help, but I'll need it. Well, I don't have any more stories to read, so I'll leave those alone. That said, why do I feel like I had more lob points? I know intellectually I haven't, but I feel like I had more. Alright, obviously the top is still the top, and I'll save assigning these ones for the next video. But let's do the standard shuffling. The training team is fine. The safety team is also fine. I do have a couple more ego too, but I'll save that for the next video as well. Alright, we're all set. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry about the trouble that was that second day, and I'm sorry that we couldn't do as much as we normally do. But hey, that's nature of the game. That said, thank you all for watching. I'll go ahead and pass it off to the outro guy now. That was a sigh of the damned. But golly, that was not an easy section, not in the slightest. Could I have done things better? Sure. Could I have done them more efficiently? Sure. Could I have fucked up less? Oh, almost certainly. But we do what we do. There will eventually come a time where I will eventually have to swallow a death, but I want to postpone that as long as possible, even if it means not as much gets done. That said, let's see. A lot of high-ticket abnormalities that we're dealing with. Angela... or maybe it was me. Honestly, I don't have much to say. I did have fun, but I won't lie in saying that this game is practically purpose-built to annoy you. One death is not a whole lot in the scheme of things, but it is still supremely disheartening. That's the word, disheartening. Well, I won't dally any longer. Carmen, go ahead and say your piece. Alright. Thank you all for watching. It won't be much longer now. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.